Live from Brisbane Lane, it's Period 1 Gov Broadcasting.
I'm Marianne Weather Pritchett, and I'm here with the two presidential candidates who hope to become the next president of the United States. We have Dana Ballas, who has many supporters because of her original slogan and sense of humor. But our other candidate, Emily R. Curie, is proving to be a tough candidate to beat with her slogan and very persuasive speeches. While both candidates are fighting to become the first woman president, they disagree on one major issue, the Electoral College. In a few minutes, we will have the latest news and interviews with our candidates and their supporters, discussing this very important issue. But first, we're going to Minerva, who will give us a brief history on the Electoral College.
Thanks, Marianne. It's a bit rainy out here. Back when the Electoral College was being formed, the Founding Fathers ran into a few problems. At that time, the United States was made up of 13 very jealous states.
You try to get the government on your side, so they forget about the North.
They don't care about the South. All they care about is you Yanks.
Go.
Boy, it's hot out here now. They were distrustful of any form of central government. It was difficult to find a way to elect a president without making the people unhappy. The Founding Fathers thought about letting Congress choose the president, but the idea was shot down because it disrupted the balance between legislative and executive branches. Then they thought about having the president elected directly by popular vote. But the idea was shot down also because many people thought voters would not be informed enough to make the right decision. They might have only voted for people in their state.
Well, I'm voting for Britney Spears because she is from the city just like me.
I'm voting for Willie Nelson because he's from the South and he has a tractor.
Brrr, the weather sure is changing fast. Finally, they came up with the basic idea for Electoral College. Each state had a certain amount of electors who voted for the people of their state. The number of electors each state had was based on the state's population and the United States representatives. So votes for the president were by state, and back then, each elector was supposed to vote twice. The second vote had to be someone outside their home state. The person with the most elector votes became president. Thanks to the Founding Fathers, we still implement the basic idea of the Electoral College. Back to you, Marianne. Marianne!
Thanks, Minerva. Now you know a little history on the Electoral College. Well, I think the candidates are ready to start debating, and just to warn you, some of their supporters are a little crazy.
Hi everyone, I'm Dana Ballas. Vote for me because I'm crazy. But more importantly, vote for me if you want to end this Electoral College nonsense. The Electoral College is a poor way to elect presidents for many reasons. First, with the Electoral College, candidates without the majority of popular votes can win the election. This type of win can easily happen with the Electoral College because a third party might take votes from the two major candidates, making it a close election. This isn't good for the third party, or more importantly, for the majority of us who voted for the popular candidate but got stuck with the candidate who won by the Electoral College. This means the Electoral College can also depress voter turnout.
Dana's right. I'm the Green Party candidate, and even if I get a few votes from a few groups of people in the country, it won't matter if we have the Electoral College. My precious votes will simply keep the most popular candidate from winning. So I won't win, and neither will the most popular candidate. How is that fair? It's almost as sickening as global warming and littering and drilling for the oil, pollution, and killing all the animals.
I have something to say. There's no way I'm going to vote if the Electoral College stays in place. My state has the same number of electoral votes no matter if I vote or not. So what's the point? Vote for Dana. She's crazy.
Thank you. I have a few more points to mention. First of all, by using the Electoral College, we have the risk of faithless electors. They might be supposed to vote for me, but there's no law saying they have to. So I lose electoral votes if they lie, and your votes don't matter. Finally, the Electoral College inaccurately represents what this nation wants. The electoral votes seem to overrepresent the South.
You're darn right it overrepresents the South. That's the way it should be, and that's the way it's gonna stay, you dingleberry. This Electoral College ain't going nowhere.
Oh my, that was a little scary. Next time, she might come at me with her tractor. As I was saying, the Electoral College doesn't represent what the nation really wants. A candidate may win by 20 votes in a state, and they will receive all the electoral votes. That means that almost half the state will be unhappy. So we can't let that happen. Vote for me, and you know this country will be happier and crazier. Now we hear from my not-so-interesting opponent.
Well, first of all, I'm not crazy. Thank you, Dana, for your sense of humor. It sure brings a lot to this debate. Now, what Dana has failed to mention is that the Electoral College requires a distribution of popularity for a candidate to win. Without the Electoral College, one populous metropolitan region may select a president, and the rural area's votes would not matter. Right now, as the Electoral College stands, no one region has enough electoral votes to elect a president.
Thank you, Emily. I definitely agree. I agree so much. Alaska only gets 3 votes. The Electoral College was gone, our votes would get lost in the shadows of the city folk. They would basically be voting for my president, and I refuse to let that happen. Vote for Emily, the sane one.
Thank you very much. Alaska is very close to my heart. Now, by eliminating the Electoral College, we would also hurt minority groups. Voters of even small minorities in a state make the difference in a candidate winning all or none of that state's electoral votes. This is very important for minorities because it forces candidates to pay attention to them, which normally does not happen.
I know firsthand how much my family and I appreciate candidates coming to speak in our area. Without the Electoral College, my opinion may never be heard. The candidates tried to listen to us, but without it, my vote wouldn't even matter.
He is right. The Electoral College makes every voice heard. And the Electoral College keeps a two-party system in place, so there are no hasty parties coming in and trying to...
Go green! No! Electoral College means no chance for a new type of party in the United States. Go green!
Well, thank you for your opinion. I'd like to end by saying that the Electoral College ensures that the elected president has enough popular support to lead this nation, but it also ensures that the candidate's support is evenly distributed across the nation. The Electoral College gives us a happier, less crazier nation. Let's keep it that way. Thank you.
Well, thank you to both of our candidates. We'll see what happens in the upcoming elections. All I know is that whether you're for or against the Electoral College, you agree that you want your vote to matter. Heck yeah, I want my vote to matter.
Ah!
I want vote to matter.
Oh, it's okay. You're a minority. It doesn't mean you don't matter.
My vote is important. Don't watch that on me, you hillbilly crap.
Now,
Go
green.
Go green. But we like minorities.
Go green.
Me!
Go green! Go green! Go green!
Hillbilly!
Just be happy that you're
My vote counts!
That's all that matters.
Go green! Go green!
It's okay.
Now!
Go. Huh?
Am I done?
Round of electors. The number of electors, each elector was back to you, Mary Ann.